What is up, wholesalers? It's me again, back, just like I promised I would be. Last week I told you how to get a wholesale deal under contract, and now you are on the clock and time is ticking. This is where you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You can see yourself sitting on a beach, sipping a Mai Tai, but if you don't get this deal under contract with an end buyer, then everything can and will fall apart. You can go ahead and kiss that Mai Tai goodbye. So, how do you assign this deal to an end buyer? How do you even find buyers to assign the deal to? Listen, I'm with you. I had all these questions when I got into wholesaling, and I did some stuff right and some stuff so wrong. But I learned and perfected the craft, and now you don't have to stumble like I did. I walked so you could run. Today, I'm going to break down the 3 steps of getting your deal under contract with a buyer. But hold up, before we go any further, go ahead and smash that like button for me. Alright, now let's dive in. Number 1 on today's list is finding buyers. Building your wholesale buyers list will take time and dedication at first. To build and grow a reliable database of contacts to reach out to when you are ready to wholesale a property, you will need to get out of your comfort zone to meet people who fit your buyers list needs. Sometimes opportunities to build contacts might not be as obvious as you think. For instance, attorneys and title agents in your area are likely to work closely with investors and can be a good resource to point you in the right direction of interested investors. Hard money lenders and private money lenders can help inform you who is buying deals in your area, which can be a great contact for your buyers list. Property management companies can help you connect with the landlords they work closely with who are looking to buy more properties. You can also attend local property auctions to meet buyers who are or may be interested in your future deals. A lot of the same strategies you use to find deals can and should be implemented to find buyers. Bandit signs, social media, networking events, etc. It's really smart to build relationships with realtors. They'll have investor clients who are looking to buy more all the time. Collect as many contacts as you can. Once you make all these contacts, you'll need a database to store all these leads. You can do this manually with an Excel spreadsheet or even a Google form. Write notes about everyone that you encounter. General info like name, number, address, email, and then add some little notes to distinguish each buyer and what they're looking for. If you have a little money to invest in a CRM system, I would recommend it. CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management. One of the most popular ones today is Salesforce. It's a cloud-based software that will help you keep track of all the contacts that you make. You can even set up automatic marketing campaigns so that your efficiency is at an all-time high. Once you have a deal, you blast it out to all your buyers, and then the fun part begins. Negotiations. This is my favorite part. Each party is trying to get the best deal possible, you and the buyer, but ultimately either party can and will walk away if it doesn't make sense. So deals don't happen unless everybody wins. So how can you negotiate best to get the best deal for you? When working with buyers, it's important to remember that you have something that they want, a property that's undervalued. Always remember what you have it under contract for and the amount that you want or need to make in the assignment fee. I want to note here that you don't want to just sell to any buyer. You want to sell to the right buyer. An inexperienced or uneducated buyer can ruin a deal for all parties, for everyone involved. So determine a few things. Is the buyer experienced in investing? Do they know how the wholesale process works? Do they have proof of funds? And can they close quickly? The most important thing I can say when it comes to negotiations is to stick to your price. Remain open to offers, but remember that you hold all of the leverage. You have this deal under contract, so you've got the power. If you can't find a buyer, then you have probably one of 2 problems. Either you have the wrong buyers that you're sending this out to, or your deal is actually no deal at all. Another tip in negotiating is don't disclose any info shared between you and the seller. Any info you share will become leverage for the end buyer to use against you. And build up the sale. Talk about the value, the cash flow, all the potential that the property has. And any time that the buyer brings up negatives about the property, all you have to say is that the pros far outweigh the cons. And if they don't want it, then you are happy to move on to the next buyer. Now comes time to write up the assignment contract. I would advise having an attorney draft up a contract for you if you don't already have one. I've had deals fall apart due to an assignment contract that is not sound. An attorney will be able to put language in the contract to protect you in case anything goes wrong with the buyer. It is important to make sure that your timeline to close with the end buyer happens either before or at the same time as it's supposed to with the original seller. You need to get a non-refundable deposit or earnest money deposit to ensure you don't lose any of your money with the seller. This is just in case the buyer decides to not move forward with the purchase. Of course, you will also need to include a price that includes your assignment fee on top of the purchase price with the seller Try to have an option for you to extend close date if necessary with the buyer. Sometimes the seller or title might not have what they need and it'll be required that the closing date be extended. And that's it. Now you've got a buyer and you've negotiated the best price and you've written the contract, so all is said and done, right? Wrong. We have one more video, one finale, the conclusion to all of this wholesale mess, and that is next week. In the next video, I'm going to tell you every single thing that goes into title and closing. This is a fatal step that is commonly overlooked by majority of wholesalers. Only the best and most successful wholesalers know this stuff. So tune in next week to find out. In the meantime, let me know your questions in the comments below. And if you have a deal under contract, this is a safe place where bragging by subscribers is allowed. I promise to personally respond to every single comment that we get. Thanks again for watching. Make sure to subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in next week's video.